Today I'm going to show you how to make Plarn, which is basically plastic yarn. It's yarn made with your old shopping bags. We all have a ton of these things hanging around our house. Everyone has plastic bags, and it's such a waste, and it's really sad that we have so many of them, because they just sit there, and then when we throw them away they just sit there. So it's a good idea to recycle them and repurpose them into something new. So by making Plarn, you can make anything that you would normally use regular yarn for. So to start, to make your Plarn, you want to flatten out your plastic bag and you know, just make it nice and flat and even, and then I like to fold it in half and smooth everybody out. There are a lot of different ways that you can do this, but to get the prettiest results, I usually will cut off the top, and then I will cut off as close as I can to the bottom here, so that I'm not wasting as much as I could. I mean, I'm only wasting that little bit there and these little bits here, you know. And honestly, I can find use for these somewhere around my house. Easter's coming up anyway, so I now have Easter bag filler. Now, you can either leave it flat like this and just cut all the way, but I'm going to fold it in half this way, and that'll reduce the amount of times I have to cut. This is a rotary cutter. In case you don't have one of these, you could just use scissors. I absolutely love my rotary cutter. If you don't have one, you should just get one, because they really save a lot of time and they're a lot of fun. They've got these little 1-inch blocks, and that's how big I'm gonna cut mine. I'm just gonna cut like that, and you can see I've got this big hoop now, just a big, and I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna cut in 1-inch increments all down my whole plastic bag. And you can do multiple bags at a time. These rotary cutters, they power through a lot of fabric, or at this, you know, in this case, plastic bags. And so I could probably, I've done 2 or 3 of them at a time, but oops, doesn't look like I pressed hard enough there. And then I got my last little bit here that I'm just going to cut these 2 in half. And I found using this method, I get about 6 to 9 yards, and I say 6 to 9 because there are a couple different methods you can do here. Now you've got all of these little circles, and one method you can do is just hooking them all together in the circle form. And to do that, lay one on top of the other. So I've got this one laying here and this one laying here. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to hook it back into itself, and that's going to form this little knot here. Like that. Super easy. Now, if you want to get more use out of your plastic bag, you could just crochet like this, or knit like this, or like I said, to get more use, I like to, I'm just going to cut both sides here for now. No. Now I have a longer strip, and I'm going to take another one of my circular strips here, and I'm going to hook it onto the bottom like this, just like I did before. I've got my hoop up here, and I'm going to hook the bottom through that hoop. Like this. Now I've got like this little tail here, and I've got this hoop up here. I can move that little tail a little bit further so that not as much is sticking through. And then I'll cut this hoop. You can't cut all of your hoops all at one time and hook them together like that. It won't work. You have to do them one at a time. And then I'll have like this nice long piece. And that's it. It's pretty simple. I like to use this is my favorite crochet hook. It's an N or a 9mm crochet hook, and it's very easy. From now I just crochet just like regular yarn. You might want to be a little careful when you're first starting out so that you know how hard you can pull on it and everything, but it's just like regular yarn, only it's with plastic bags. And now you can make something for yourself or for someone else, and also get rid of all those plastic bags that you have stashed away somewhere that you didn't know what to do with. Very easy. And plastic bags come in all sorts of different colors, so you can use the different colors to make little accents on your project, whatever you're making.